All right, Saagar, what are you looking at?
Well, everyone, I know it's basically a meme at this point. Another gas monologue from Saagar. But look, I'm a man obsessed. Every day I hear from people all over this country getting absolutely destroyed on gas prices, and I don't really see a lot of politicians or the media speaking to their concerns. Yesterday was Memorial Day. It officially kicks off driving season in this country, and it is going to usher in a new era of pain for American households. Sadly, to go along with Memorial Day and the beginning of the major driving season was yet another record gas price across the country, a nationwide average of $4.62 a gallon, with continued price growth out west. California tops the nation, has an average of $6.15 a gallon, reports of some outlier stations having gas as expensive as $8 in Los Angeles and even Menlo Park in California. So how exactly is the media and popular culture responding to this crisis? Well, I read with great interest a new report from the New York Times. Why are gas prices so high? The Times starts with Putin's price hike. But then, when they start to discuss structural issues, what do they go with? Is it refinery capacity? The Jones Act? Foreign oil dependency? Price gouging? Which are the obvious ones? No. They decide to blame you. Blame you. They write, quote, "Another reason for high gas prices is that despite them, motorists have not done anything to burn less gasoline. Analysts said people appear to have a robust appetite for hitting the road as the U.S. recovers from the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic." They then quote a so-called expert who says this, quote, "Fixing the problem means people would have to drive less." Tom Klaza, the global head of energy analysis at Oil Price Information Service. But people are saying, "I'm sorry, I've been in lockdown, I'm taking my vacation this summer." Yeah, fixing the problem means we have to curtail our lifestyle, according to this expert. Not, we need to pump more oil, fix the oil markets, look at our exports, look at our production. No, the only possible fix is that you, average American, must suffer. You must live a less prosperous life to fix this problem. This is how little that they think of you. It is a war on normal people, both in its lack of coverage and worse in how it is covered and betrays the elite mindset. That they cannot fail, only you can fail them. It is a baked-in assumption on the part of a lot of the media in their discussion of gas. And I showed you this before. The very first question to Joe Biden at a press conference was not, "What are you going to do about gas?" but "Why are you not telling Americans to drive less?"
Today you have retail gasoline prices and diesel prices at record highs.
Yes.
Yet you have yet to ask Americans to consume less. You're a train guy. Have you ever thought of your administration asking Americans to drive less, to take public transport?
Well, if you ever raised a family like mine, you don't have to tell them. They're doing everything in their power to figure out how not to have to show up at the gas pump.
Well, at least a decent answer there from Biden. But they think this way because they live in cities or they're rich enough to ignore the price. But the hilarious part is that once you actually continue reading the New York Times story, buried several graphs down is the actual reason for high gas. The Times can't help but also have to explain what I've talked about here, which is that gas inventory is low because we have no refinery capacity in America, because of onerous regulation, and because of the globalist solution, which is to let third world countries refine gas and deal with the byproduct and import it rather than have any capacity here. But of course, they don't quote anyone about how to fix that problem because it's counter to their narrative. I have watched with genuine alarm as this anti-American life sentiment has pervaded on social media and amongst our elite class. It's best typified here. There was a viral tweet by a city planner and an urbanist. His name is Brent Toderin, who at one point actually served as a city planner for the city of Vancouver, so he is Canadian. But he has a real following with those who want to import his mindset to America. Let's take a look. He tweets this. It's a photo of a pickup truck with a bicycle in front of it. And it says, quote, "One of these is a problem, one of these is a solution. If you don't know which is which, you have no business being involved in decisions regarding society in any way." And again, just consider this. The answer for him is for you to get around on a bike. Maybe we should explain we live in America, not Holland, not having a truck. Brent does not seem to know many people actually need pickup trucks for work, or many people, poor people especially, often have to drive dozens of miles to work and back every day because cost of living where they live is so high. And let's go past that. Why shouldn't you be able to drive a pickup truck? We are blessed with an absolutely gigantic and a beautiful country. Why shouldn't you be able to drive all over it in a massive car? The answer is you should. That's the promise of America. Why the car, the SUV, and the truck are intrinsic to our way of life in a way that is not the case anywhere else. There is no reason for you and our citizens to have to curtail their lifestyle because of the failures of our elites or the media. The solution is for us to have cheap, abundant energy. Yes, fossil fuels for now, but if possible, a fully electric future, in my opinion, powered by nuclear, with yes, some solar and wind when appropriate. To achieve that future actually requires hundreds of billions of dollars, but harder, it is a change to our ideology. The culture of cancel culture and shaming and nihilism and more pervades elite liberalism today is actually anti-human. It is one that celebrates tearing things down. Now, I have plenty of disagreements with Ezra Klein, but even he, who is a neoliberal to his core, and who probably agrees with the pickup truck guy, had this to say. What America needs is a liberalism that builds, Klein declares, and he rightfully points out how much of the current democratic apparatus is populated by lawyers who are obsessed with obscure, process-oriented goals, with caveats, carve-outs, bureaucratic language, and the lack of a simple ability to articulate an awesome future. It's why, whatever you think about his politics, why the vast majority of Americans like people like an Elon Musk, because Tesla and SpaceX are unambiguously cool. They like Bezos for the same reason. Amazon works. Now look, I'm not a libertarian. I don't think the market can make up in any form the ability to do what our policymakers actually can. But the point is that our spirit as a country is dying when the people who run media and our elites can only come up with an answer that we should all live worse lifestyles rather than to continue the undying chain of technological progress that got us to where we are today. I just think it's amazing, Crystal.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.